some more.
Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out. Zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Hits inside. It's Addison. Taken down.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see if they can beat the play clock this time after the delay. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. They'll send the tight end in motion. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Hey, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will, and the defense wins the first battle? Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Here we go. Ready? Go.
Back to pass on second down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled it. Palmer, you got a number one receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Now on the move. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sets his feet. It's Barco. Look out. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The attempt is no good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Addison. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. This time they'll throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the outside. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Driving forward, it's Addison. Driven back.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Quarterback will keep it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much of the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming up. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Making his first move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Hill. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. To the air, it's Barco. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Straight ahead, it's Hill. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not 30, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Texas! The defense putting points on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Upstairs, he's got it. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He got it. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. And it's the Nittany Lions on top right now as they look to move to 6-2. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from this group, and yet here they are, very much in the mix in their lead. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Moves the pocket. It's Barco. Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Left side is Wheaton. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, pressure's coming. Gets rid of it.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on fourth down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Barco. He lost one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Needs it here on fourth down. Throwing right. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Wheaton. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Barco. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that's the first thing that's really gone right this afternoon. You got a big deficit. You haven't hit the quarterback very often. You need to change that around. Good start of the second half here. Make him feel uncomfortable.
Buying time to his right. Intercepted for the 11th time. There he goes. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
Hey guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
A run for the quarterback. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Back to pass, it's Barco. Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting...
Guys, look at this. Surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Got to make the play on fourth. Throws to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Fresh center down's going to the air. Rolls right. Going to try to get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Off-play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down will open up the final period. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Second down to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Quick give. It's Hill. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Barco. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pulls it. He'll do it himself. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this. in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route, he got his head around, he just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on. Lets it fly. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on second down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Brings it down on the right side. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Under pressure. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
It's a fumble on the play. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Fires one high and deep. Makes a catch. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorns! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And this tight end after that touchdown continues to have his way for the defense, and there was nobody even around him, close to him in the end zone, David. He just found the zone. He put his hand up. Quarterback, that was easy for him to see. but inexplicably bad coverage on the back end by the defense.
I mean, that was basically routes on air. Wide open. And this guy, it's not like he's a bum. This dude's been cooking you all day, and they left him absolutely wide open. Big-time mistake by the defense and the offense. The QB's like, hey, my man's wide open. He's kind of done some work. I'll throw him the football. Easy 6.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Snags a quick pass on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Turning it on. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're all over him. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Here we go. Ready.
Wants to throw. It's Barco. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Fires to the tight end.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Running the red zone, it's Hill. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.